welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the new Urban Decay x Kristen Leanne Eyeshadow Palettes. If you do want to see a review and swatches, please keep watching. So first we have the Urban Decay x Kristen Leanne Kaleidoscope Dream Eyeshadow Palette. On the back of the eyeshadow palette, you do have the eyeshadow names and layout and then some of the ingredients. And the second eyeshadow palette that she did come out with was the Daydream Eyeshadow Palette. And on the back of this eyeshadow palette, you have the names as well, and you do get a little brush. The Kaleidoscope Eyeshadow Palette retails for $39 at Ulta.com. That's where I picked up mine because I couldn't find it at Sephora. The Daydream Eyeshadow Palette retails for $26. I also picked up 3 of her lipsticks. So I love this beautiful pink packaging. I love this packaging so much. It's so gorgeous. It's got that little bit of hollow to it. And then at the top you do have the shade names. These retail for $17 each. There's a nude shade, which is this one here, and then there's 2 purple shades. You guys know how I am about purple. Purple is my favorite color, so I picked up all 3 shades. I just wanted to see how they would swatch and wear. This is what the Kaleidoscope Eyeshadow Palette does look like. When you open it up, it does come with a mirror, and then inside you do have the different eyeshadows. Personally, I don't like how the eyeshadows are kind of falling out of the pan. You can see this one is not really set in its place. This one is moving around, and I feel like all of these eyeshadows are kind of moved around, so I don't like this layout. This is the Daydream Eyeshadow Palette. It does have a mirror included as well. And these are what the shades do look like. They're more neutral shades, but I do see here in the pans that the pans are a little bit uneven, and they do look like they are coming out, but we're going to see the quality of the shadows. So first we're going to do swatches of the Daydream Eyeshadow Palette. Daydream Eyeshadow Palette does come with a little brush as well. It's a dual-ended brush. So here we have the dual-ended brush. You get the pointed end and then the flat end. First shade that we have in the eyeshadow palette is called Lucy. This shade did swatch a bit powdery. The next shade in the eyeshadow palette is called Daydream. Here we have all 5 swatches of the Daydream palette. Now we're going to be swatching the Kaleidoscope Eyeshadow Palette. Again, here we have the layout. I'm not a big fan of the layout, and the pans don't really stay inside of the little circle or the square. It's just really weird, and I don't like the layout at all, and I don't like how it doesn't stay in the pans. And it does come with a dual-ended brush, just like in the Daydream palette. So I guess we'll just start up at the top. The first shade up here is this beautiful purple shade. It's called Split Fire. Oh my god, that's very, very creamy. The shade we have is Stay Gold, and this golden shade. The next shade we have is called Tangine. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Let's swatch this. And this is a matte shade. It's a gorgeous orange shade. Now we're going to dip down here to the blue shade called LCW. Wow, that blue shade. The next shade we're going to swatch is called TRM. That's another very pigmented shade. The next shade is called Leo, and it's like this split pan, which I don't like. Right next to Leo we have Brixton. The next shade we have is Lime. And here we have Lime Time. That's a beautiful green as well. At the bottom we have the shade called Dye, D-Y-E. I'm running out of arm space. And here we have the shade Dye. Next shade we have is called Corona. Here we have Corona. And the last shade is called 13th Floor, and this is a matte shade as well. So we only have 2 matte shades in the eyeshadow palette. We have this orange shade and we have this black shade, and the rest of the shades are shimmer. That's pigmented black shade. For my transition shade, I'm going to pick up the shade Daydream and blend that all over the crease. I'm going to be using her eyeshadow brush, the dual-ended one. So we have our base shade down. The next shade I'm going in is with this orange shade. Next shade I'm going in with Spitfire and applying that all over the lid. I love the eyeshadow in Spitfire. It's just beautiful. Look at that on the lid. I'm going to go in with the shade Dye and apply that on the outer V. For my inner corner, I'm going to take this blue shade and apply that in the inner corner. I love these eyeshadows. Eyeshadow palette does have a little bit more fallout and it is a bit powdery. Glitter shades have a little bit of fallout in it, but maybe that's because I put a little bit too much on my brush, but they are very pigmented, which I really do love. Now moving on to the lip shades. This is what the packaging does look like for the lipstick, and this is in the shade Cloud 9. I love this purple shade. So here we have the shade Cloud 9. The next shade is called Spellbound. Spellbound is a deep plum shade. Then I picked up a nude shade, and this is in the shade Bun Bun. I'm not sure how this shade would look on my skin complexion, but of course we're going to try all three shades. This is a wearable nude shade, and I love it with this eye look that I did create. The next shade that I'm going to swatch on my lips is called Spellbound, and it's this deep plum shade. I am loving this deep plum shade, especially with this eye look. It's amazing. The last shade we are going to be swatching on our lips is called Cloud 9, and this is the first shade that I did swatch. This lipstick I really do love. I love all three of the lipsticks. They do complement my skin tone very nicely, and I do love the feel of it. It's very creamy, and it is going to last all day on your lips because I love their Comfort Matte shades and their Mega Matte shades. They last quite a long time on my lips. I loved everything in this collection, but if I had to choose one, I think I would have to go with the Kaleidoscope Palette because these shades are gorgeous. I've never seen anything like these shades on the market yet, and I feel like I would have a fun time creating looks with this eyeshadow palette. Daydream palette wasn't really my favorite eyeshadow palette. I wouldn't be using these shades. They are a bit powdery when you do swatch them. I really wouldn't be reaching for this palette. I have a lot of matte shades that I really do enjoy. But let's talk about her lipstick. These shades complement my skin complexion very nicely. They're very comfortable on the lips. I love Urban Decay's lipsticks because they last on my lips the entire day. They're not splotchy, they don't feather away, and they're very creamy as well. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.